guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Talks, and today I am back with a brand new video. And today I'm going to show you guys a little building tutorial on how to build a tree and a bush. Before we get into this, guys, just want to say big thanks to everyone who has watched my videos and subscribed. It really means a lot to me, and we're so close to hitting 500 subscribers. And then after that, we can hit 1,000, and it's just gonna go straight up from that. And I cannot get there without all your guys' help. So thank you so much. So yeah, basically I'm going to show you guys how to turn a tree from this into this. A good old fashioned detailed tree. So with the intro out of the way, I'm going to show you guys how to build a tree like this. Okay, so first go to view and go to toolbox. And I'm going to use the tree left mesh part that I made. Let me know if you guys ever want to find out how to make one of these. Basically, I'll just give you a quick summary of it. You take a block, make it a square, and then you use a bunch of negative parts to union it and make a weird long wonky shape. You can also do this in Blender, but I don't really know how to use Blender. I just use Roblox Studio most of the time. But yeah, so take this part out, and I'm just going to set on the ground, like so. And yeah, next, put in a part, and just turn it into an angle you like. I'm just going to set it to dark top, and change the texture to wood. Yeah, there it is. Once you're done with that, basically just pick any, just bring it up a little bit. I'm just going to bring it up to that height, and I'm just going to expand it a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so once you guys got done, I might as well turn off shadows. You don't have to turn off shadows, it's just, I like to do it, it's a lot more cleaner, so I might as well do that. Alright, so once you're done with that, go to plugins, and you guys are going to want to download this plugin. Trust me guys, you will not regret downloading this plugin. This plugin helps so much. I use it like every single time I try to build something amazing. I did not use it in Terrifier though, that was before I learned how to use this plugin and other plugins. But now that I know how to do it, my builds look so much better. Alright, so then after that, click on terrain, and hover over your little cylinder thing, and click. Once that's done, you can literally rotate your, log into any way, shape you want. But I'm just going to keep it a little bit of a detailed angle. And then you can just bring it down a little bit. This will give it a more like a branchy feel. Once you're done with that, if you guys see over here, this tree has some depth. So yeah. So we're just going to duplicate another angle. I'm just going to put it at a different position. So that, and I'll just bring it up a little bit. Make sure that it's not sticking out, because you really don't want that to look like that. And I'll just curve it a little bit more downwards. Perfect. Now I'm just going to bring up the log. Don't worry if it doesn't look as good as you hoped. It'll look much better, promise. So now, once you're done with that, duplicate that one more time, and we'll give it another root. Like so. We're going to move this in till it's nicely positioned. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. Remember, you guys should follow along, but if you guys are experienced builders and know what to do, then you can just do it any way you want. But I'm just going to do it for the sake of this video and make it simple. Pause at any time if you guys need to, alright? Just going to bring that up a little bit. It does take a little bit of shaping, but it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, now what you guys are going to want to do is take the plugin again, and just for a little bit of extra detail, just bring them up and shape them, use the green one this time. Just bring them straight up, and you should just shrink them, because this will give your trees a little bit more detail and make them look a bit better. So just do that for every single log until they look decently straight. Don't have to be perfectly straight, they just have to be straight. The green bar, spin it, and I'm just going to use the bottom one. Looks good, and then you can just shrink it down. And you don't have to shrink it down, I'm just going to do it because it's a lot simpler for me, but don't worry, leaves will cover up any tallness, basically. Do that for the last one. You gotta go over here to spin the green bar, because I keep touching the blue, and I'm not supposed to touch the blue. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's like a little thing with it. Sometimes you do use green, sometimes you do use blue. Once it's at a perfect angle, once again, bring it down a little bit, and yeah. So once you guys are happy with your tree thing, oh yeah, I must also show you how to use roots. First, name these parts trunk part. Again, I'm just keeping it organized, and we'll just rise up a little bit. So in order to make us like sort of like roots like this, it's pretty simple. Again, just use the plugin that is down in the description below. Take the plugin, click on terrain. Yeah, you know the rest. Just spin it a bit like so, and then you can just take it like that, and just I'll just add 4 roots. You know, simple, simple, simple. Do that. Let's just rise that root up a bit like that. Then we'll duplicate it again. Oop, it's not straight. Take it like that. Position it like that, and then just curve it slightly. And you might as well make sure it looks decent. Like so. And then finally, do it lastly. And besides, by the way, guys, this does not have to look even. The more like even it looks, like uneven looks, the better it will look more natural and more realistic. That chunk is a little bit big. Let's move that up, just a tad. Yeah, that looks really good. And you guys don't have to follow like what I'm doing. Just make sure it's a position that you feel comfortable with. Alright. So once your trunk is done, now you gotta start with the leaves. So take this mesh part, I might as well name it leaf part, or leaves part, like so. And I'm just gonna expand it a little bit. This is a mesh part, so you can basically shape it any way you want. But just make sure it looks decent. Click that mesh part and bring it above it, and just nestle it right about here. Make sure it doesn't have an oval shape. Make sure it's more circular. Make it look a little bit more circular. Then we can just squash it down. Once you're done with that, duplicate it and place it all around the tree. This will make it look a lot better. And you can bring it down a little bit if you want. Make sure it is at a position that you feel comfortable with. You can rise it, you can lower it. Heck, you can even make it upside down or whatever. Just make sure that it looks decent and not too, like, out of it, you know? Now, I will be rotating all these leaves just after I finish placing them. And then we'll finally add one in the middle. Should probably bring the leaf out a bit. So we'll duplicate it one more time. Put it directly in the middle, or not directly, rather close in the middle, and then just rise it up like that. And then yeah, you kind of have like a cool shaping little tree. Now this is a model that I made a while back, so the tree is not going to exactly match it, but this tree still looks pretty decent, alright? Once you're done with that, just spin around the trees so they look different. You can spin them every which way you want, but as long as they look natural, you should be fine. You should spend some time experimenting with your tree. I totally recommend it, as it can make a huge difference in the look of your tree. And make sure you may want to move some things down sometimes. Once you're done with that, I'm now going to make a different color. So I'm going to use 3 colors. One of them is going to be a forest green, one's gonna be bright green, and then I'll make one more sea green. So just take a moment to make the trees look good. Oh, and yeah, by the way, guys, you can make these trees red with like a lighter shade. You know, like do whatever you want. It's your tree, not mine. All right. This is my tutorial. But yeah, once you're done with the tree and you're happy with it, make sure it looks good. I'm just gonna expand these leaves a bit more. Oop, don't want to have the trunk part. Just expand these leaves. I'm gonna make them a bit bigger. I think they need like a bit more size adjusting. Yeah, that looks good. And then just do that. I'm just experimenting with the tree build. Oops. See, you don't want to have that because then it takes kind of away of the detail of the tree. Yeah, I made it a little bit too big. Let's just shrink that. And then just make sure you're comfortable with your tree. So once your tree is done, just all you have to do is group all the parts together. Control G. You make it a model. Did I put the base plate? Oh, I put the base plate accidentally. Move. Let's take out the base plate. And then, once you're done with that, take the tree and name the model just tree. Oops. And then, whatever you want to put, just put it down. You should make the roots stick out a little bit so it gives that, you know, nice feel. And make sure all your parts are anchored, or else it will not stay like that. So now, if you guys hit play, you guys will basically spawn in, and you guys can now see your epic looking tree. Like so. Comparison with the other tree, it looks pretty good. Remember, like I said before, guys, you should experiment with your build of the tree until you're happy with it. So now, as you guys can see, you got a nice looking tree. But we're not done yet. I did say that I'm also going to teach you guys how to make a bush. And that's actually much easier than the tree. All you have to do is just take a leaf part. So let's use the model again, since the bush should be a lot smaller. Take the model once again, make it, you know, whatever. Take out your 3 colors. Oh, that's camo. Change that to that, and I'll make that light green, and then make one more, and I'll put that as sea green, like so. And you can just mess around with your bush. I'm just gonna show you guys a quick little way how to make your bushes look good. So I'm just gonna bring it over here. Make sure they're each kind of like a bit rooted into the ground, like that. And then you just mess with their size. You know, do whatever you want to the bush. You should just play around with it until you're happy with how it looks. Like I said before, you can rotate it any way you want. Play around with it, honestly, guys. Part of Roblox Studio is to play around with your builds. Because you never know. Some builds could look way better than others. You just never know. So, once you're done with that, I would recommend adding a few more things into the mix. Maybe like this and that. And then maybe rise it up a little bit. Maybe make it a different color. I don't know, guys. You guys get to decide. Rotate it. Rotate. I'm actually going to make that button a bit taller. Yeah, that looks good. I might as well make that, let's make that a darker forest green. And now, as you guys can see, you have a sort of like bush object. Make sure to take these mesh parts, and you can just name them bush part. You can just shrink them down to the ground a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, after that, what you guys can do is make sure it's anchored once again, and you can just make can collide to false. Now if we were to test out this game, like so, hit play. Oh yeah, as you can see, we spawned to that crappy tree, but look at the tree of this compared to this. Looks much better and much more cleaner, and it just looks generally overall better. You can just come over to your leaves, and you can just walk through your bushes. You can also stop, and you should also make sure to group them and call it bush. That way you can scale it big, small, big, small, big, small. And yeah, so after you have made your tree and your bush and you're happy with it, you guys can now add this into whatever you're building, and I wish you luck. Anyways, I hope you find this video helpful. If you guys did, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like and ring the bell so you can get notified of my latest videos. That's all for now, guys, and I'll see ya on the next one. So, bye!